we are going to continue with our topic, that is the how to write the electronic configuration in a new way. So today we are going to discuss first some of the exceptional cases in the configuration. So let's start. So we are starting with our first electronic configuration of element chromium. Now we know that atomic number of chromium is 24. So usually the method which I told you that day in the previous video, the electronic configuration for the chromium should be like 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and then 4s2, which is going to be filled first, and in the last 3d4. Okay, this should be the way to write the electronic configuration of chromium according to above rule. But there is some exceptional case which is going to be here. So we are going to see that exceptional case over here. So let's see that. Now what is going to happen? I am going to discuss about the valence shell orbitals. So you can understand that how the electrons are going to be entering these orbitals. Okay, so as you know that in the d orbital, that is here I am talking about 3d4. In d orbital the 4 electrons are present here. Okay, like 1 2 3 4, 4 electrons, 3d4 is there. And also in case of the 4s there are 2 electrons which are present over here. Okay, so if we are going to represent these electrons, then the electrons will be represented like this, like 1 electron here, then 1 electron over here, 1 electron over here, 1 electron over here. This is nothing. Okay, 1 electron each is present in each orbital of 3d4. And in the 4s orbital also the 2 electrons are present over here, which can be like this. Now there is a concept here that half filled orbitals and completely filled orbitals are more stable as compared to the incompletely filled orbital. It is always going to be a concept. It means that if the orbitals are half filled or completely filled, they are going to be more stable. They are always going to be more stable as compared to the incompletely filled orbital. Now because of this concept, now what can happen here in case of the we can say in case of the chromium, one of the electron from the 4s can be transferred to the 3d orbital. Okay, so this is the exceptional case here, because here it is possible. Now because of this, what can happen? Now the 3d orbital which is there, which are having 4 electrons, and 4s orbital which is having 2 electrons, and their configuration is going to change now. Their configuration is going to change because now one of the electron from the 4s is going to jump into the 3d orbital. So now what can happen? I am showing you that electronic configuration of the chromium will change to 3d4 to 3d5 and 4s1. So the configuration will become 3d5 and 4s1 because the orbitals are very near to each other and are of comparative energy level. So electron can jump from 4s to 3d, and hence the electronic configuration of the chromium become 3d5 4s1. So this is not the correct way of writing the electronic configuration from the chromium. So the correct way of writing the electronic configuration for the chromium is 3d5 4s1. So this is the method which we are going to use. Same thing is going to happen when you are going to see the case of copper. In copper also the 29 electrons are present. So the configuration, that is valence configuration, is going to be 3d9 4s2. But because if the electron can jump from 4s to 3d, then the configuration can become 3d10 and 4s1, which is quite stable. So this is going to be the actual configuration when the case of the copper is going to come. So this is the exceptional case which you have to understand while writing the electronic configuration. Because of the energy of the comparative orbital will be there, then in such case the configuration is going to change. That is, the orbitals are going to be half filled or maybe completely filled to get stabilized or to get more stable. Okay, so these are the exceptional cases which may come in case of 4d4 and 5s2 also, or 4d9 5s2 also. Okay, so that is one thing. Now we are going to learn a shortcut method to write the electronic configuration. Now what is this shortcut method for writing the electronic configuration? Student, you need to understand that there are 6 noble gases. We all know there are 6 noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and I'm writing over here radon. Okay, so these are the 6 noble gases which we are having. Now electronic configuration of the noble gases, if you have to write, then the electronic configuration of the helium, you all know, is 1s2. Then for neon it is what? Neon is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. But what we can do here, if you write the helium in the square bracket over here, it represents 1s2 only, and then in such case you will be writing only 2s2 and 2p6. That is how you can write the electronic configuration of neon in a shortcut way. Now suppose if you have to write for argon also. Okay, now in case of argon, if you have to write, then again you will be repeating the same thing. Write down neon first over here. Neon means the atomic number 10 already represented, that is 2s2, 2p6, up to 2s2, 2p6 you have already written. Then you can write 3s2 and 3p6. Then for krypton, as you know, the atomic number of krypton is 36. So when you are writing argon over here, it means you have already represented 18 electron. Outermost shell electronic configuration will remain same, that is 4s2, 4p6. But after that also 10 more electrons are required to complete the electronic configuration of krypton. So those 10 electrons will be definitely going to the d orbital. So it will be like 3d10, 4s2, 4p6. Then for xenon, atomic number is 54. So when you write krypton over here, it means you have already represented 36. Okay, then you can write the electronic configuration as 5s2, 5p6 and 4d10 to complete its electronic configuration. Now when you are going to write for radon, already you know that its atomic number is 86. So when you are going to write it, you will be representing xenon over here. After representing xenon, you can write 6s2, 6p6, also 5d10 you can represent. But after writing all this thing, still 14 electrons are short. So those 14 electrons will be definitely going to 4f orbital, and you can write the electronic configuration like this. Okay, so this is a way of writing the electronic configuration using the shortcut method. Okay, so that you can do. Now suppose if you have to write the electronic configuration of, suppose we can take an example. Suppose we take the example of sodium element. Now you know that sodium element is having the atomic number equivalent to 11. So before 11, which noble gas is there? That is neon is there. So what you can do, you can simply write neon. Okay, it means you have already written till 2s2, 2p6. So after 2p, the 3s orbital used to come. So the rest of the electron can go there. So that is how you can write the electronic configuration for sodium. Suppose you have to write the electronic configuration for chlorine. Now atomic number of chlorine is 17. So when you write the electronic configuration, you can use the nearest noble gas before that only. Okay, that is neon. It means you have written already till 2s2 2p6. Okay, then you can just use the next configuration, that is the next orbital is going to be 3s2 and then 3p5 you can write, and that is how you can write the electronic configuration of fluorine in a shortcut way. Okay, this shortcut method is very useful when you are going to write the electronic configuration for the higher element. That also we are going to see. So student, now we are going to see to that how we can write the electronic configuration for some higher elements, means like the elements with having a very high atomic number. Now you can see here I have drawn here the Auger rule, according to which the electrons are going to enter in the different orbitals. Now suppose if we consider any element A whose atomic number is 62, then how can you write its electronic configuration by using a shortcut method? Now before 62, which noble gas is there? Noble gas, that is xenon, is there. Atomic number of xenon is 54. It means 54 means like up to which orbital already the electrons are filled. You can easily know that. That is up to 5p6 the electrons are already filled. Okay, up to 5p6 electrons are already filled. It means the next electron will be going in the 6s orbital. So you will be writing 6s over here, and then you can put 2 electrons. Already up to 54 we have filled by writing xenon. It means next 2 electrons, it makes 56. Now 6 more are going to be there. After 6s the electrons will be entering in the 4f orbital. So 4f orbital we have to write inside. So rest of the electrons will be definitely going in the 4f orbital. That is 6 electron will be going over here. So that is how you can simply write the electronic configuration of any element using the shortcut method. Always you have to use the noble gas for writing the rest of the electrons to represent the electrons which are present before the valence shell orbitals. Okay, we can take one more example. Suppose we can consider any element B with atomic number suppose 40. Okay, now before 40 which noble gas is there? Before 40 there are 6 noble gases, you all know: helium, neon, argon, xenon, helium, neon, argon, krypton. Okay, so krypton is having atomic number equivalent to 36. So you will be writing krypton over here, and it means that 36 already you have represented. Now krypton means like 36 electrons are already filled, means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, then 4s2, and 4s2 means like already 20, then 3d 10, then 30, then 4p6. So it means up to 4p6 electrons are already filled for krypton. So how many are left? Next left are 4 electrons. Okay, so the next electrons are going to be in 5s orbital. So 5s can accommodate only 2. So rest of the 2 will be going then next in 4d orbital. So it will be like 4d2. So like that you can write its electronic configuration. Suppose one more we can consider element C, and its atomic number is 23 suppose, and you have to write its electronic configuration. Then before 23 which noble gas is there? A noble gas which is there is argon. Okay, now when you have written argon means 18 already done. So after 18 the electrons will be going in 4s, so that is 2, 20, and next 3 will be going in 3d orbital, so it becomes 3d3. So like that you can write its electronic configuration. Okay, one more element we can consider. Suppose we can consider element with D with atomic number, suppose we take 100. This time we have taken 100. Okay, now before 100 means the noble gas which is going to be there is which one? The last one. Okay, that is radon. Now if you have taken radon, it means that already 86 you have filled. Okay, it means up to 6p6 already electrons are filled. Now after 6p6 the electrons will be going in 7s orbital. So in 7s maximum of 2 electron can be there, so it make it 88. After 7s the electrons will be moving into 5f, where maximum of 14 can come, but we require only to fill 12. So 5f can have 12 electron, and that is going to be the electronic configuration of element with atomic number 100. Suppose we consider one more element, take one more example. You can take E, atomic number 105, and you have to write its electronic configuration. Again you can take radon over here. When you take radon, okay, So it means that up to 6p6 already filled. So next electron will be going in 7s2. Then 14 electrons will be going in 5f orbital. So it make it 16. It means 16 plus 86, 102. So rest 3 electron will be going in 6d orbital. That is 6d orbital will be going to occupy. So the space is less here. I am writing over here 6d. 6d next electron is going to be 6d3. So that is going to be the electronic configuration for the element E. So this is the way of writing the electronic configuration by using a shortcut method. Okay. Now I am going to teach you that how to write the electronic configuration of ions. Write the electronic configuration of ions. Okay. So we are going to take some example and then we can see that. Now suppose we are going to take the example of sodium ion. Okay. Now before writing the configuration for sodium ion, we need to see that how to write the electronic configuration for the sodium metal. Now if sodium metal is there, then you know that atomic number of sodium metal is 11. So its electronic configuration, I am going to use the shortcut method. So it will be neon 3s1. Now as it is 3s1, it means that when you are going to write the electronic configuration for sodium ion means that sodium ion is formed as a result of losing one electron. So it will be having now only 10 electrons left. Okay. So when only 10 electrons are going to be left over here, then its electronic configuration will become, now we cannot write directly as neon because one electron it is going to lose from its outermost orbital, okay, or outermost shell. So it means we have to write its full electronic configuration. So it will be like 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. That is going to be the electronic configuration for sodium ion. Okay, so this is our first example. Now we are going to see few more examples. Suppose you have to write the electronic configuration of we can take one anion also, like chlorine, chloride ion. Okay, now chloride ion means that it is obtained from chlorine atom only. So first we see that what is the atomic number of chlorine. Chlorine is having atomic number equivalent to 17. Now when chlorine atom is having atomic number equivalent to 17, it means its electronic configuration must be neon. I am again using the shortcut method, that is 3s2, 3p5. So now chloride ion is formed by gaining electron because it is an anion. So when it is obtained by gaining electron, means the one electron will be going in the outermost orbital or outermost shell orbital. So electron will be going in 3p orbital. So it means the electronic configuration will become, here you can use the shortcut method even to represent it, like neon 3s2, 3p6. That is how you can write the electronic configuration of this ion. Okay, one more example we can see, like we can see the example of suppose one more element. I can take the example of magnesium. Now you know magnesium is having atomic number equivalent to 12, so its configuration is neon 3s2. Okay, but suppose you have to write the electronic configuration of Mg2+, that is magnesium ion, then the configuration changes to 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 only, because now 10 electrons are only left. Now we can use few more, we can take few more examples to represent the electronic configuration of the different ions. So the first one which we are going to use here is Fe. Now iron, you know iron is having the atomic number equivalent to 26. So when you write its electronic configuration in a shortcut method, it will be like argon, okay, and argon with like 4s2 and 3d6 it will be. So it will be like 3d6 and 4s2. Okay, so it becomes 26. But suppose you have to write the electronic configuration of Fe2+, then in such case it become argon what? Now see, here is a very interesting thing. Although the electron used to enter in the 3d orbital last and before it enters in the 4s. But when it comes to losing electrons are always going to be loose from the outermost shell orbital. So outermost shell here is only 4s, although electron enter here before, but like when it comes to losing electron will be going to lose from the outermost shell orbital before. So the electrons are going to be removed from 4s, not from 3d. So it becomes 3d6 only, as the electrons from 4s are going to be lost. Okay, so that is how you can write the electronic configuration of Fe2 plus. Now suppose you have to write for Fe3 plus also, then the configuration will be simply by losing 3 electrons, you will be getting 3d5 over here. Now why I have written, I have represented both Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus, because I want to explain you about the stability of the orbital also. Now one orbital which is having the half filled configuration is going to be more stable as compared to the incompletely filled orbital. So in such case, the Fe3 plus configuration is going to be more stable as compared to Fe2 plus. So the compounds of ferric are going to be more stable as compared to ferrous. Okay, that you must understand. We can take one more example. Suppose we can take the example of cobalt. Okay, now cobalt, atomic number is 27. So when you write the electronic configuration, it becomes argon 3d7 and 4s2. So when you have to write its electronic configuration as cobalt, suppose 3 plus, then it become what? It become argon. Okay, 4s, the 2 electrons are going to be lost from 4s, then one more electron is going to be lost from 3d7. So it become argon 3d6. So this is the method to write the electronic configuration of the ions that you must always understand, because it will be useful for writing the hybridization and in the coordination compounds also. So it's very important. So today we have learned about how to write the electronic configuration by using a shortcut method, and how to write the electronic configuration of the ions, and there are some exceptional rules also in the electronic configuration that also we have learned today. So that is all for today. Next time we are going to discuss some more important topics. So please, if you like the video, please like it, okay, and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.